Alright guys, well, kinda welcome into one of my first gym vlogs that I'm trying to do. First one, kinda ran into some audio problems, so the first couple clips you can hear me talk, but I forgot to charge my mic, so it is what it is. So I'll just do this little voiceover to kinda give you a scoop into what I was working out today, kinda my target muscle groups, kinda walking through what I feel kinda benefits me. Everyone is a little bit different, but this is kind of what I feel. So I'm starting off with some lat pull downs. Prefer the wider grip because I feel like I can target my lats a little bit more and I get a nice stretch. So started off with a nice warm up set, and I like to work out. I think of it like a pyramid. So I do a warm up set, and then I have 3 working sets that I call them. So my first set will be at like a 75-80% of what I can handle, and I'll shoot for anywhere from 6 to 10 reps. Um, if you do more, that's great. If you have to cut it short because you maybe underestimated the weight, that's fine too. So just finding that balance. The peak set, that second one, is gonna be something heavy. Your minimal you want to I shoot for is 2, um, but ideally no more, no less than 4, preferably, and anywhere from 4 to 6 at that good weight. If I can hit 10, I can hit 10, great. And then third set, I drop it back down to 80, 75, 80%. Try to get 6 to 10, if more, great. But yeah, so I'm gonna kind of walk you through my back and by day, kind of what I did yesterday, yeah, kind of what I did here, and kind of just going over my story, how I came about working out, where it all started, kind of my background. So I played football and baseball since I was 5, so I've been playing sports all my life. And then once I got into high school, I started wrestling. So lifting and has always been in the backbone of kind of what I've been doing. So that's kind of been ingrained in me, just always getting a good lift in. And I feel, yeah, I feel it's a real good stress relief. I feel like it gives me purpose to my day. Anything kind of stressing you out, or kind of just, it's a good stress relief. I find it good to get my body moving, keeping it, being able to lift, functionality, lift the heavy weights, lift random stuff, just being able to function in day-to-day life. So that's kind of the way I look at it. um, there's also that aspect of, I guess, trying to get an ideal physique. That's kind of something I'm working on right now. Clearly we can see still got a little pudge in the belly area, so I'm currently starting up my cardio, um, in the form of like active rest days. So I try to take 3 rest days a week, work out lifting 4 days a week. So I rotate that way, and just ultimately trying to get my cardio in, looking at trying to incorporate different variety of cardio as well. Because I despise running. That's kind of one of my Achilles heel, my weaknesses is I don't like cardio. Kind of associate it with cutting weight and wrestling, but trying to find ways to, I guess, overcome that. That's kind of what I'm working towards going into next year. But yeah, so right here I hit a couple lat pull downs. Then going into my peak set now. Um, as always, I like to use lifting straps when I feel my grip fatiguing, so I can make sure I get the fatigue out of my back muscles rather than working towards my grip strength. So once I feel my hands starting to go, I'll throw out the straps and get them up there. Yeah, and I ultimately too, I like to take a rest anywhere from between 30 seconds to a minute. I try not to exceed a minute. I just feel that's kind of where you kind of lose your pump. But there's times where you kind of get lost, I guess. So you focus on trying to keep that contraction and keep that fatigue. So that way you're just building that muscle continuously. And yeah, I guess a little bit too. I played sports since I was a kid, but I want to say maybe 2019, 2018. I want to say 2017 actually. 16, I want to say, no, 2018. I completely stopped working out. So from 2018 to 2020, I was going to school full time, working full time, and I just omitted that part of taking care of myself. I didn't go to the gym, wasn't working out at all in any aspect whatsoever. I was just school and work, and I did see a tremendous amount of weight gain, and didn't I didn't realize it until my sisters kind of called me out on it. I forgot what I was doing or what was going on, but I might have been wearing a shirt that was 2 sizes too small, really hugging me back, and they gave me a look and kind of said something. And that's when I started noticing, and I'm like, damn, I need to get back to it, kind of get back to what I enjoy doing. But then that takes me back to playing sports your whole life. Granted, you never went anywhere to college to play sports. Wasn't at that level, but it was kind of ingrained in my identity. So every time I did work out, there was that I'm working towards this end goal of of my sport, kind of trying to better myself, be better than the next person ahead of me, make sure I stay in that starting role. So kind of just that aspect of always elevating your game to the next level is the way I would see working out. So once that kind of went away, I just didn't see a point of continuing to work out. I kind of just, I don't know, I found it kind of not pointless, but not, there was no obtainable goal. So I brushed it off. I focused on school and work, and yeah, this is where I've kind of regained my love for the gym. I started back up right after COVID, so I want to say end of 2020 going into 2021. It was kind of like that New Year's resolution type thing, but I was determined to make sure I saw it through. And yeah, so I've been since 21. I've been kind of consistent with it for 3 years now. I still have a ways to go, as we see. Still quite a bit of a belly on me. That's kind of my next phase that I'm working on. But yeah, just honestly, any high school athlete who doesn't get that next level, doesn't get to that collegiate level like myself, you just kind of fall in a rut. You don't know what you're working out for anymore. Doesn't feel like there's an end goal, but ultimately, um, you're kind of shooting for longevity. That's how I look at it now. I want to make sure that I can still move when I'm older. I want to make sure I can still pick shit up. I want to make sure that I can bend down, put my fucking socks on, tie my shoes. So just that in general, just making sure that my body can still move the older I get. I never really let my muscles atrophy to the point where I can't, I guess, keep up with day-to-day life. That's the way I kind of look at it. Um, but yeah, that's kind of two in between each set I take. I'm kind of talking about what why I got back into working out, what kind of phased out, the difficulties coming back into the gym. I don't think that's something I kind of want to talk about too. When you take a long break and you remember you used to be able to put these massive weights. Like when at the peak of my working out, when I was consistent before that gap, I think I was hitting like maybe 185 on bench. I got a 315 squat, 315 deadlift, and I got back when I went back in. I couldn't hit any of those numbers, and I think that's the one thing is I was really discouraged at first because I was like, man, I used to hit these with ease, and now I can barely get a plate on my bench. I can barely hit that 135, but it was that real talk you have with yourself of like, you know what, you're not at where you used to be. You're starting fresh. You are literally starting brand new and trying to find your way back into the groove and finding your place again and just taking it day by day. So that's kind of what I took about it. Now I think my work my workouts last about my workouts last about anywhere from hour and a half to 2 hours, just by my breaks, the weight I'm lifting, to make sure I get good rest, to make sure I get good reps, just that length. But before, when I first started, if you're just getting back into it, or you're just getting into the gym, honestly 45 minutes is a good number. Get your 45 minutes in, hit, two core workouts, like two of your bread and butters. That's going to be your mass gainer, like bench and maybe incline bench, and then supplement, two lower weight, more reps type workouts. Like you can maybe do some push-ups, maybe do some cable flies, or maybe just do different variations of cable flies. So don't spend, if you're getting back into it, I would say, so you don't burn yourself out and don't discourage yourself, 45 minutes. Set that timer for 45 minutes. Get your workout in and kind of go from there. Don't let don't let yourself be your biggest enemy. Yes, you want yourself to be your biggest critic, and kind of make sure you critique yourself so you're always trying to get better. But in the end, you don't want to be discouraging yourself. You want to try to work to make yourself better than you were the past day. And that's kind of been my attitude going into it now. But yeah, this is kind of weird. I'm talking. I feel like just talking to myself. This is definitely gonna be a learning experience. Kind of one of my first ever whole workout recordings I've done. I posted on TikTok a lot, but I think for about a year and a half now, maybe a year. I've been posting pretty consistent on TikTok with just one clip of each workout that I do, but never really talked and kind of my thought process behind what I'm doing. I just kind of show what I'm doing. So, forgot to mention, we kind of transitioned to this a new lat pull down variation. I have a closed grip, and I think the closed grip, I feel a good contraction on the middle of my back. So not focusing too much on the lats, but focusing on the middle part. This is what I feel this workout benefits the most to me. So different variation of lat pull downs, and to honestly do look up YouTube videos. That's how I found a lot of workouts. A lot of workouts I learned in high school from football, weightlifting, also wrestling, kind of just learning workouts from there, and I've taken into everyday life now. But also too, YouTube, you can find everything you need on YouTube, and what workouts to hit for biceps, back, chest, legs, shoulders, tries, everything you can find on YouTube. And you can find some pretty good workout routines if you don't want to spend the money on those personal trainers, those AI type trainers they have now. Which, don't get me wrong, if you can spend the money, spend it. It's a good way to kind of not worry about planning your own workouts, but having it kind of planned for you and kind of just follow that program. I have yet to try any AI workout routines develop any AI developed workout routines. I kind of just not that I kind of just not wing it, but I kind of have an idea of what I want to hit. I try not to hit the same workouts every week, but I am human. There are some weeks I realize, damn, I did this shit fucking 3 weeks in a row, and I'm hitting the same machine. So I always try to switch it up. Gotta, like the old expression, gotta keep your muscles guessing. Just different workouts. Look up different workouts, but just make sure you exercise caution as always. You're not trying to kill yourself or hurt yourself. You can exercise caution, know your limits, know how to push yourself past your limit, but doing it in a safe way to where you're just trying to make yourself better. So I want to say right now, I think I'm at my peak set at heaviest weight. I'm gonna lower it up, kind of go for a little bit more reps, or maybe vice versa. I don't know. But yeah, that's been kind of my journey thus far into getting back into the gym. I'm more of a night owl when it comes to the gym, so very rarely will I be there in the morning. I am student teaching right now, so I'm at a high school from 8 a.m. to 3:35. Classes after that, so I'm in the gym probably during this school year in particular, probably in the gym the earliest 9 p.m. if I can get there. If not, 11 p.m. is kind of the latest that I'd be there. Get my hour and a half, 2 hours, and dip out. So I'm definitely accustomed to that night owl type of working out. Um, but yeah, so here we are. Like it's a little bit lighter of a set. I dropped the straps off, not really using them this time around. Just getting a nice little stretch, make sure I can track. And the big thing too with this is make sure you're sticking that chest out. You can't see, you're only seeing the back of it, but you want to make sure your chest is out when you're bringing it in. As long as you get that squeeze in your back and your elbows hit that 90, usually an optimal position, you're in a good spot, and that's a good rep. Anytime, the heavier you go, you are going to kind of use your momentum of your body weight to move it, but you don't want to you don't want to go so far in weight that you're leaning all the way back and getting it's all just body weight momentum. So definitely want to focus on utilizing that contraction in the back and making sure you're working out that muscle. That's kind of where my advice would be if I'm qualified to give any advice. But yeah, I guess we'll go into a little bit about me. I already said I've been playing sports, so I have that sports background. I am currently student teaching, doing that, trying to be a chem teacher. We'll see how that goes. Doing all those requirements, getting what I gotta get done, and yeah. So right here, taking my rest. It's really hard sometimes, but attempting to go no more than 30 seconds to a minute on your breaks. I lose track of time all the time, so I end up taking like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Shit happens. It is what it is. But just get back into your workout. Sometimes I'm like everyone. Sometimes my phone be distracting, and I look at my phone and I realize, oh shit, 5 minutes has gone by. I was freaking doom scrolling on Instagram. So just get back in it, get back up, hit your reps, kind of go from there. And yeah. It's a lot more weird doing a voiceover. So yeah, we'll see how this next workout goes. I make sure I charge my mic so my mic will be ready to go. So just pumping it out. Looks to be a nice controlled weight. Pumping. See that squeeze, those shoulder blades come together, elbows hit 90, solid rep. Elbows hit 90, solid rep. So yeah. My back honestly has to be my favorite muscle group to work out. Will definitely be back and bicep and tricep and legs. I don't know. If I had to pick only two, definitely back and legs. Those are my two favorite days. So now we're going on a journey. Where are we going? Oh yeah, my thought process was I wanted to do pull-ups next, even assisted pull-ups, but excuse me, it was crowded as fuck over there. So this is my next favorite workout to hit. This is the bend over rows. I really enjoy this workout. I feel this is where the majority, like if you're trying to put mass and size on your back, this is your bread and butter. This is the workout you're going to be hitting to build a ginormous back. And this is kind of what I've done. I do periodically to make sure that I get a good hard muscle contraction on my back. So I kind of want to go little squat, but very key that you attempt to not arc your back at all. Your back has to be straight. I know a lot of people say look up, eyes up, so your back will be straight. Honestly, I find that to be a terrible position. You basically want to be able to draw a line from the top of your head to your lower back, just that straight line. That's kind of the way I look at it. I feel that's where I have not the less pain, but I'm more stable. You're able to engage your core, your head's in a straight position, upper back, lower back's all lined up, and just keeping that posture throughout the lift. This lift can be dangerous because you're bent over, your lower back can be compromised. So highly advise trying just the bar at first until you develop your form, get comfortable with it. Throw a little bit of weight on there. But yeah, so right here, what are we throwing it on? What is that? I think it's 10 kilograms? Is that 15? 15 kilograms. I don't even know what 15 kilograms is. I think it's 30, 33. Let me see. What is it? 15 kilograms. 15 kilograms, 2 pounds. 15, so that's about 33 pounds. So if we do 33 times 2, it's 66. And then the bar weighs roughly around 45. So this right here, a good warm-up set for myself. We're looking at 111. That's kind of what I'm pulling up on this. And yeah, just getting comfortable, warming up. I feel like you gotta make sure especially with this workout in particular, the bend over rows, make sure you warm up primarily to make sure you have your good form. Have your squat, you're slightly squatted, you're bent over 45 degrees at the hip, your back's lined up, your head's lined up. Don't look up, don't look down. Try to keep your head in a neutral position. That was something I struggled with at first. I was always told, look up. If you look up, your back straight. Terrible advice. So if you see, attempt to keep my back straight. I try to keep my head at that same position, kind of focusing at one part on the floor and not breaking my eyes from that, where I feel like my back is straight, and just getting those rows in all the way up, nice and controlled. And as you go up in weight, it happens. You're going to be using a lot more body weight. You'll see later on. I think I barely hit 2 reps with some. I think it was the red plate and I think I threw a red and a green on there, so 25 on top with 10 kilograms on top of that. So yeah. So here we are, switching it out. And don't be that asshole at the gym, please don't be that person at the gym who leaves weights on the bar or leaves weights everywhere. Put your weights back. Don't be that person. Everyone wants to use the weights. No one wants to clean up after you. Just put your plates away. Don't leave your plates out. So here we are. Gonna be loading up 25 kilograms on the bar, 55 on each side. You're looking at 110 plus 45 is 155. We're gonna be rowing. But yeah, going back to this workout is your best workout, in my opinion, to do when you're trying to build size on your back. You're like the cable. Don't get me wrong, that pull down is great. You got the cable. There's constant tension. You're working through gravity as well with that tension on the cable, on the weights on the other side. But just something about the barbell, the plates, and just the rowing motion. I don't know. It just feels like it puts a lot of contraction and strain on that muscle group you're targeting, which is, for myself, my back. And I think I feel like I've noticed a lot of size come to my back from this workout in particular. Now, this workout is my favorite, again, to build mass. So I just feel there's just so many moving pieces to this. You have to make sure you have your core engaged throughout the duration of the workout. You have to make sure you have great posture, straight back. There's a lot of moving pieces you have to make sure you have in order to successfully get this lift in. And just overall, it feels, I don't know, something about just moving free weight. Moving free weight, in my opinion, is the best feeling in the world. And you just have this sense of accomplishment. Like, every cable machine, yeah, when you go do tricep pull downs, one cable machine can say you can do the full stack of 150 or 200 pounds. Then all of a sudden you go to a different cable machine, you try to hit that same 200 pounds, and it's like moving a whole building, and you can only get 50 on there. So cable machines are a little bit different, I feel personally. So definitely just something about moving that free weight. Yeah. And honestly, chalk too, if you ever feel your grip or your hands getting maybe a little sweaty, or you feel they're kind of, just sweat in general, cause the bar to slip, put some chalk on your hands. Chalk gets some good grip, gets a good grip on the bar. And I don't think, if you can see my hand, I don't wrap my thumb around the bar, because one thing I'm not trying to do is I'm not trying to focus on my grip. When you wrap that thumb around your bar, you factor in your grip. And that's just something I'm not trying to focus here. I'm trying to focus on my back. So I actually put my thumb by my index finger, and I'm just hooking the bar with my fingers. So I'm focusing more on getting that back and not so much on stabilizing the bar with my thumbs and focusing on my grip. So yeah, that's kind of what I do, and I kind of demonstrate it. You always kind of want to make sure your hips are at 45 to get the fullest stretch out of your back. Sometimes you'll see people that kind of stand up a little too straight. You're not really working out your back at that point. I feel like you're turning it more into a lat workout, or kind of, I forgot what they call them, elbow, not a lat row, but a high row. Call them high rows, where you kind of throw the bar up to your chin, kind of looking like that. So here, we're throwing on 10 kilograms on top. So got that 10 kilograms. What is that? I don't know what that is. 10 kilograms. Looking at 22 plus 55, 77 times 2, 154 plus that bar. So we're moving about 209 roughly. Definitely recommend getting a belt. A rule of thumb for myself: once you hit a weight that is close or more to your body weight, I throw on a belt. Because the way I think about it, definitely if it's more than your body weight, because your body's already used to carrying you around how much you weigh on a daily basis. I float between 200 and 210, so I float between those two numbers. But your body's used to carrying you around, so it's used to that strain. But if you throw on another 200 on there, so now you're not only carrying yourself, you're also carrying another 200. So realistically, it's like you're putting 400 pounds on your body. So protect that lower back. Throw on that belt. You do not want to end up with any back problems. I never myself experienced any problems, knock on wood. But just videos I've seen, people, it's a long rehab process. Once you hurt it once, you're bound to hurt it again. So definitely protect that back. Lower back is your life. If your lower back problems start happening, kind of affects your mobility, quality of life, everything kind of changes from there. So as always, take care of yourself, live safe, make sure you have the proper equipment, and two, ask people around you. I think this belt I've had since high school, been the same belt I've used. I do want to get one of those lever belts. That's on the bucket list. Definitely get that soon. But just kind of just work with what you got. There's some good. I if you want to get the belt type, with the holes like a regular belt, get the belt. It's significantly cheaper than the lever belt. Lever belts do tend to be a little bit more pricey, so get yourself a standard lifting belt. I recommend it be leather. I know some people have those cloth Velcro ones. Those, I just personally feel they don't support too much. I feel like the Velcro can pop off, especially if you're lifting a lot of higher weights and you're kind of putting a lot of strain. You're trying to breathe through the lift. Definitely can pop off. I've seen it happen a couple times. So recommend a nice sturdy leather belt, even if it's a belt style, like a regular belt, how you see right there on the floor, or if you want to spend the money, get that leather belt. Those are nice. I know SBD has some. They also got Gym Reaper has some nice ones. There's also Komodo. I forgot what it's called, but it always pops up on my TikTok. Something with a K. And those leather belts are really nice. So highly recommend that leather belt. And again, don't be that asshole not racking their weights. Rack your weights, please. But yeah. So a little bit. I didn't realize that the mic wasn't recording until today, which is the 17th. I was kind of watching back the clips, and mic was down. Mic was down 100%. So it is what it is. I'm doing a voiceover today. Before we hit our lift in, I'm gonna go hit a lift in at around about an hour. So I'll get a lift in then, and kind of see how I'm feeling. Today is the 17th, so today is gonna be a leg day. Gonna hit legs with the homie. We're gonna go destroy our legs. What did we do? Last week was more of a quad focus because we did squats. We did hack squats. We also did the sus machine, which is the hip adductor and abductor, and then we did something else. we did hamstring curls laying down. So I think today, don't quote me, but today might be a deadlift day, maybe. But definitely want to focus on, definitely maybe want to get some deadlifts, but definitely want to get that pendulum squat in. The pendulum squat, oh my god, this is my favorite machine, in my opinion. I feel you're able to get really nice depth in your squat, and you're also I don't feel a lot of strain in my knees. Like, sometimes with your squats, you feel them in your knees, especially if you're trying to push a heavier weight, and maybe you kind of slipped up and you got a little shake, and you feel it in your knee, and you're like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have gone that heavy. Well, I feel like the pendulum squat is supportive, but it allows you to get really deep in your squat, and I don't feel that a lot in my knees. But honestly, if you're getting into lifting or just overall strength training, don't shell out top dollar for all this equipment. Get your foundation first. Get in there, spend your 45 minutes, get your body moving, look up some workouts, hit weight that's difficult, but don't overdo yourself or you can get hurt. Move weight that's manageable for yourself. Everyone is at their own level, at their own pace, at their own range. Don't compare yourself to anyone else around you. And especially in the gym. Like, in the gym, there's gonna be some dudes or some girls that have been working out for years, and you're gonna see them moving a shit ton of weight, and you're gonna be like, damn, I can barely get a bar, or I can barely get 25 pounds on each side of the bar for my bench, or I can barely get a plate for my squat. You do you. Focus on yourself. Don't be looking around. You know, just acknowledge what's around you and who's lifting heavy weight, and be like, okay, it's gonna be me one day, but don't rush it. It is a long and tedious process. Nothing happens immediately, especially with working out and trying to notice changes in your body. Okay, this is it's a long and grueling process. So, from bend over rows, we are now going into preacher curls. I'm gonna say preacher curls are not my favorite arm workout. I don't feel very. I don't want to say comfortable. I don't know. I don't quite like them, but they are very beneficial to get a real stretch of your bicep. So yeah, this is gonna be my first bicep workout of the day. So we only got 10s on each side. We're gonna get a nice warm up, make sure that our biceps are ready to go, warm them up, kind of grab it. I like to grab it at the inner part, so that bend. There's two parts that have like a pattern to help you grip. There's one on the outside and one on the inside where my hands are right now. I like that more narrow hold on the bar. Yeah, just get some good reps. Make sure you're breathing through everything. Yeah. Wow, this is gonna be a fun journey. Look at my dumbass thinks the mic's on. Oh shit! I think I finally realized that the mic's broke. The mic's turned off because I didn't charge it. So now I have finally realized that the mic is messed up. So I now know what I need to do. So yeah, we are gonna say fuck it. Continue working out. We're gonna get our pump in. Go from there. But I want to say this style of just talking through my workouts. I know a lot of us have seen the legend Sam Sulek. I think his style of just talking during his workouts is kind of something a lot of people enjoyed, to kind of see what his thought process is behind his workout. I definitely, from the videos I've watched, I feel like I've learned a lot, and kind of his mentality, his thought process, kind of is what I try to adopt. And yeah, I know, and I know a lot of people might think Everyone talks about someone taking gear in the fitness, and when they're working out, they're taking some kind of gear. Um, you don't need gear. Just you. You don't even need protein powder, in my opinion. A protein powder can be very inflated in price. Just make sure you're eating. That same money you can not waste, but that same money you can spend in protein powder, you can buy food to make a meal. So that's kind of the way I look at it. There is times, yes, I do take protein powder when I don't have time. So if you guys do want to invest in a protein powder, um, I don't have a preferred protein powder. Low key, it's just whatever's the cheapest option I could find. So I'll take that only if I can't eat anything or I'm just too lazy to make something. That's a good time to supplement in protein powder, but you don't absolutely need protein powder to have a successful lift. Um, but one thing I will say, I highly recommend people to start supplementing in is creatine. Creatine is a supplement that helps the. Oh, there's my dumbass playing with the mic, trying to get it turned on. Forgot to charge it. Creatine is something that helps your muscles recover a lot faster. So when you do get tears in your muscles from working out, it helps your muscle repair itself a little bit faster because it has that supplement in there. There are some say faster recovery from your workouts. There's also less fatigue in your workouts too. I don't feel like I get fatigued as fast when I'm doing workouts, and I feel like I can go a little bit not maybe longer and further. So creatine definitely is a good supplement there. There's also some very loosely based uh, evidence or research that it can help your cognitive function. So just overall helps you have better brain function. That's something that is beneficial to a lot of people. Definitely can have better optimization of your tasks at hand when if you want to have that level up, then take creatine. That's something that I stand by and will just recommend to anyone who gets into the gym. If you're gonna take any supplement, take creatine. Don't need amino acids. You spend $35-$50 on a bottle of amino acids. You piss more than 75% of it out. So there's no point in getting amino acids. Um, you already have enough amino acids you're getting from your food. No need to spend that extra money on that supplement, in my opinion. Everyone's different though. Everyone has their own opinion. As long as my strong opinion is, as long as you have a creatine, preferably monohydrated. I think it's called monohydrated or monosynthesis. I think it's monohydrated. Those mix a little bit easier. They don't get clumpy. Um, Personally, me, I prefer an unflavored creatine. You can mix it in a random shit. Sometimes I'll put it in my energy drinks for the gym. Kind of not mix it, but just swirl it around some in water, put it in juice. So you just have more variety of putting your creatine in. You don't have to feel. If you get the flavored one, sometimes you feel. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes you feel obligated to put it in water when it's flavored. But yeah, unflavored creatine, you could just put it. You could literally put it in anything you want to drink. Drop it in there. It won't add flavor. Um, it won't have a taste to it. It'll just, yeah, get that supplement in. What else is there? Again, protein powder. You can get it. You don't have to take it every day. Just have it on days you wanna. Maybe you missed a meal or maybe you are counting calories. You gotta get some more gram protein in. Protein shakes right there makes it easy. Which leads me to my next thing: meal prepping and counting calories, which I do nothing of. That is, along with cardio, being my next phase of incorporating into my day-to-day workouts and just making sure I'm getting that process in. Meal prepping and eating right. I gotta say, I have been dirty bulking and just not eating right. Just eat anything you see, type of mentality. As long as I can eat, as long as I can work out enough to where I don't look too fat. As you see, got that close up on the belly right there. As long as I don't look too fucking fat, that's my opinion of myself. Like, as long as I don't look obese, I'll keep eating what I'm eating and just work out enough to keep that homeostasis, middle ground. So that's my thought process on it. But that is something I do want to incorporate into the next phases of my working out. Definitely want to incorporate meal prepping, kind of not so much counting my calories, but just knowing, just trying to attempting to stay away from fast food. Taco Bell, fuck, dude, Taco Bell has a grip on my life right now. Those grilled cheese burritos, the soft tacos, the Mexican pizza, all that shit fucking gets me. So, trying to stay away from fast food, trying to eat more, I guess, knowing where my food's coming from. So, I think I'm gonna start maybe at the beginning of the year, because it is the holidays. Who wants to fucking meal prep and diet around the holidays? You got so much food around you, and desserts, and pozole, tamales, champurrado, everything that's fucking terrible for you. Everything in excess is terrible for you, is around you. Hard to say no. But yeah. So going into next year, I definitely want to incorporate meal prepping and kind of getting right by that. So we'll see. Yeah. What else? Oh, McDonald's. I gotta stay the fuck away from McDonald's. See these fucking, oh my god, McChickens, and they're 2 for $3.99. How does my fat ass know they're 2 for $3.99? Because I've gone out for working out. McChickens, double quarter pounder, those chicken nuggets. I gotta, yeah. But if I have a New Year's resolution, since we're narrowing down around New Year's resolution time, everyone gets a New Year's resolution. Mine would be to start meal prepping. I have the fucking containers for it. Ask me if I've done it. No, I have not done it. I think I did it once, and I was like, fuck this, I don't want to do it again. But that's something, if I want to see better results and kind of more improvement on my physique and body, I'm definitely gonna have to start meal prepping and just eating cleaner, eating more lean, cleaner carbohydrates, not so much processed and fast food carbohydrates, but more from rice and vegetables, shit like that. So that is on the docket for 2025. We are going to attempt to eat clean and meal prep. Is it gonna happen? Who knows? But yeah. So I will leave you here. We're gonna finish up with, I'm going into, from preacher curls, I call them full rotation curls. You start with the bar and kind of rotate it as you go up, and then I'm gonna go to hammer curls, finish up with those 3 variations of the curls, and each one has its different purpose. Like, I feel preacher curl has more of an isolation on the peak, so when you see your bicep the biggest, that, like, you're flexing it, that's preacher curl. It gets the highest peak flex on there. Full rotation, I think, focuses a lot on the inside. When you're bringing it up like a hammer, focus on the inside of the bicep, rotating it to that peak. And then hammer curls focuses on the whole bicep, from the inside to the top, and you're getting a good flexion. After that, I finish it off with some assisted pull-ups, which by that point my grip's kind of gone, my back's pretty fatigued. I'm feeling it in my back, and also my biceps are kind of feeling it, so it's really hard for me to pull myself up. But yeah, I think in this video I had about 10 more seconds left, so I will be hitting the gym tonight. We'll hopefully get the mic situation working, and I won't have to do another voiceover like this. But I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching the back and by day. If there is anyone watching this, please subscribe. I hope the content only gets better from here. I hope you guys can see kind of my journey too, and I can motivate some people, kind of see, your average person working out, and yeah. So see you guys later.